What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Scissor TV. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're hanging out with us, and I thank you for that. I promise, this is one ride you will never regret taking. If you're looking for monster truck crashing action, high-speed chases, and non-stop adventure, you, my friend, are in the right place. We've got another exciting video filled with another crazy adventure, so make sure you are buckled in tight, because this ride can and will get bumpy. Before we get started, do me a quick favor and show us some monster truck size love by smashing that like button, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that bell so you get notified each and every time we upload a new monster truck video. But enough talking. It's time to get into the action, so let's get ready to monster! What's up, Monster Jam fans? Today, we're going to be going on another adventure with the Gravedigger family, searching for something called mystical armor. See, Gravedigger the Legend has been spending a lot of time in the library, poring over some of the older books and writings from the Gravedigger family, and he thinks that he has found clues that will unlock something even higher than atomic armor. He's calling it mystical armor. He knows that what he has to do is perform a set of tasks and activities between himself and the rest of the Gravedigger family. And the first stop he needs to do is go see Gravedigger and let him know about a key. A key he needs that's gonna help unlock a bigger picture to a much more giant puzzle. Now, Gravedigger the Legend is going to get this key for Gravedigger. That's kind of part of the mystery. Each truck has to do a different part, and then it's all going to come back to something to do with Gravedigger's castle that Gravedigger the Legend will be able to discover. So right now, the Legend is heading on over to Camp Crushmore, where Gravedigger has been hanging out and working on some new communications technology for Soldier of Fortune. So we know that when the Legend gets inside Camp Crushmore, he's going to have to act fast, because we know who lives there. We know who protects, resides, and terrorizes Camp Crushmore, and that is Crushstation. But first, we have to make that stop at Bark Park to pick up that key that the Legend's gonna need to hand off to Gravedigger. Now, we've already seen it right there at the top of the mountain, and now the Legend is gonna need to use those big old BKT tires to do a little bit of mountain climbing to get up there and get it. Pretty steep and treacherous terrain, but the Legend's got no problem doing it. There he goes. He has the key. Now, he just needs to pass that off to Gravedigger inside Camp Crushmore. Oh man, taking a nasty spill off that cliff, but able to recover and get right back on his way. He can complete his mission. Oh, and it looks like the Legend is taking another tumble, but man, he recovered awfully quickly and gracefully, didn't he? He's been doing this a long time, and the Legend knows how, if he gets knocked over, to get right back up again. Okay, we're inside Camp Crushmore now. The Legend is gonna have to be quick and take a very specific and direct path to avoid Crushstation. We know that Crushstation is the guardian of Camp Crushmore, and we don't want him to even know we're here. So Gravedigger should be at the top of these hills, and all Legend has to do is either avoid or just knock over all these trees to get to him. It's your choice, Legend. Doing some more mountain climbing right there to find his way onto the path, and I think this is going to give him a pretty clear shot to get to Gravedigger. Like I said earlier, Gravedigger has been working on the communications tower so that Soldier of Fortune can broadcast far and wide, and the Monster Jam heroes can always stay in contact with one another. Alright, Gravedigger should be right around the corner. And yep, there he is. Alright, the Legend has passed off the key to Gravedigger. He's explaining to him what he needs to do, and I think Gravedigger is tracking. Gravedigger understands the mission. He knows what he has to do and what part of this he plays. So now with Gravedigger taking over his part, the legend will be free to drive back to the castle so that he can go over all the documents and make sure the plan is going correctly. Part 1 of this plan so far is going swimmingly, and it's all going to be up to Gravedigger now to just follow the instructions and what's been laid out by the legend to him. So step 1 for Gravedigger is going to be getting another key that he's going to use to go back and visit the mystical mechanic. The mystical mechanic is paramount to completing this mission. The only problem is the key is located right in the center of Crushstation's lake. There it is! Oh, and he's got it. Now we just have to get out of here as quickly as we can and hope that we have not alerted Crushstation and hoping that he will not come after us because that crazy... Oh my goodness, he was over... No, thank goodness Gravedigger was able to recover quickly because he has no time knowing that that monster could be on his tail any second. And it looks like Gravedigger has been able to escape Camp Crushmore, and more importantly, he got out without alerting Crushstation. Only someone like Gravedigger could pull that off. He is possibly the best of the best, maybe only to be surpassed by the legend. But between those two, my goodness, you have a whole lot of monster trucking experience. Well, right now, Gravedigger is taking the second key all the way back to the castle where he will use it to contact the mystical mechanic to get the next key, the next piece of the puzzle that the legend is trying to unlock. Now, like we said, the legend is in the library of Gravedigger's castle right now, deciphering old text and trying to make sure that he is tracking everything correctly. Alright, we're now hearing from Son Uva Digger that all the automated defense systems have been lowered, that the drones have been checked, and there's no enemies in the area. No one from the Mad El Toro Loco gang or the crazy creatures have followed Gravedigger back to the castle, and it is smooth sailing from here. Now we remember the last time that we had to access and contact the mystical mechanic was after Gravedigger suffered some catastrophic damages at the hands of the Mad El Toro Loco gang. Thankfully, no one's had to visit him. He's very difficult to get a hold of, as you can see, but his power is immense. And so far, the Monster Jam heroes thought that he only held the key to restoration, to making repairs that were too complicated or just too big for Son Uva Digger or Soldier of Fortune. But now, through that text, through the books in the library, the legend thinks he holds the key to so much more, and that big more being mystical armor. Alright, Gravedigger's using that key to access the lair of the mystical mechanic, and here we are. Oh, and he received another key from the mystical mechanic before being launched way outside those castle walls. I don't know, what was that, 4, 5 backflips? I do know that Gravedigger landed it perfectly on those 4 big old BKT tires. Can anybody drive like Gravedigger? He is one of a kind. And now he's armed with another key from the mystical mechanic, something that he's about to deliver to the legend. And hey Gravedigger, I think you missed your turn, buddy. I think someone's still a little dizzy from all those backflips. That's alright, he realized what was going on and quickly made that U-turn. Even the best sometimes make small mistakes, but anyways, we're back on track. He's taking that information and that key to the legend up in the castle. Now, this completes step 1. This is a 3-part process. It's gonna take Gravedigger completing his mission, which he's about to, and then we're gonna need a little something from Son Uva Digger, and then the legend's gonna wrap it up himself. So it's going to be slightly different for Son Uva Digger. He's going to be able to actually get the key himself. However, the legend is the only one right now who has the map to the key. See, the map was discovered in an old encyclopedia that the legend found in the deepest parts of the Gravedigger library. He knew there was something different about it, something off, but he couldn't quite read it. So he took it to Soldier of Fortune's lab, had it analyzed, and now he has the map in hand, and he's taking it to Son Uva Digger. Time is of the essence, so you might notice that we're about to be driving through some enemy territory. That's right, the legend is gonna cut straight through the wasteland because that's the quickest way to Gravedigger's castle. Just like Gravedigger did when he was in Camp Crushmore, the legend is gonna try to do the exact same thing and make it through enemy territory undetected. Now, it's going to be a bit trickier because even though the teleportation technology for the Mad El Toro Loco gang has been drastically decreased by Max D sucking it all up with his battery armor, they still can move around this area very quickly. The legend has opted to go straight through the heart of the city because it's a straight shot, and he's going to give it all the speed he has and hope that he can go undetected. And if not, he's going to rely on that speed, that cunning that he has as one of the greatest Monster Jam heroes of all time to avoid them. This is going to be the most dangerous part as he crosses the bridge. Almost there. So far, so good. Yes! The legend has made it. He went all the way through the wasteland and didn't even raise the suspicions of the Mad El Toro Loco gang. I don't know if their defenses weren't up. I don't know. Maybe Son Uva Digger was scrambling their drones. That would have been amazing, and it makes a lot of sense because even though the legend is an extremely good tactician, I think there was a degree of luck in getting through the enemy's den like that so easily. Alright, the legend is in contact with Son Uva Digger right now. He's letting him know that he's only a short distance away from the castle and to be ready to lower the force fields and all those automated defenses so he can get inside. I think one of the defenses that the guys didn't even have to build in is just how much of a maze it is to get through the haunted forest and up to Gravedigger's castle. It's almost like they built it here for a very good reason. Alright, and the legend is right at the entrance to those stairs. Son Uva Digger is standing by to lower the defenses. And yes, the force field has been dropped. It is 100% smooth sailing. Let's go for the legend up into the castle. I think the legend's a little bit excited and taking some of those turns a bit too quick, but here we are inside Digger's castle. Son Uva Digger is working in his super secret area in the back, and the legend is going to go back there and hand off the map to him. And there's Son Uva Digger. Alright, the legend has passed the map off, and now the ball is in Son Uva Digger's courts. So while Son Uva Digger is completing part 2 of this 3-step mission, the legend is going to wait for him here at Gravedigger's castles, cross all his T's, dot all his I's, and make sure that he's ready when he gets all the final keys to make this happen. Alright, so Son Uva Digger is looking at the map and taking in all the information that the legend just gave to him. Much like Gravedigger, there is a key that he's going to need to unlock a secret area here on the castle grounds. It's hard to understand. It's written in a really old language, and I think the best translation I could find for it is Junkyard or Grave. I'm not sure. but hopefully Son Uva Digger is able to figure it out by the time he gets there. Like we said earlier, the castle is built on the haunted forest, which actually just provides a natural defense in the form of a maze. Thankfully, Son Uva Digger grew up here and he knows his way around the castle grounds, so following this map should be no issue for him. Now, if you're asking yourself why Son Uva Digger has never seen or heard of this junkyard graveyard before, it's because it's not visible without the keys. See, that's one thing that the legend uncovered in his readings and findings, is that it was being blocked from view, but according to the map from Son Uva Digger, it should be right around the corner here. I think that's it. This has got to be it, guys. It's a monster truck graveyard. What's that at the top of the hill? It's like an old monster truck. What's going on? Oh, and it's the key, exactly like the legend told Son Uva Digger, and the map told him. This is it exactly. This is the second piece of the puzzle. Now Son Uva Digger just needs to take all this information back, including the key to the legend, and the legend should be able to complete his mission to obtain mystical armor. Son Uva Digger has radioed ahead to let the legend know that he's completed his mission and for the legend to get ready to go. He's letting him know that he'll be dropping the information and uploading the key from his secret lab, and that then the legend should be able to access it immediately and be able to go out there and get that mystical armor. Son Uva Digger looking like he might have to put in a few repairs while he's at it. You can see the front of that truck, the hood, starting to fly up every single time he gets a little speed. That is just the cost of doing business, the cost of being a Monster Jam hero. Sometimes the truck gets a couple of scratches and dents, but nothing that they can't repair after a mission. Alright, it's a straight shot to Son Uva Digger's lab to upload, and then it'll all be on the legend, who has everything he needs now to unlock mystical armor. The legend has cross-referenced all the text, all the keys, and everything he learned in the library, and apparently, right here underneath the castle is a museum, a monument of sorts, kind of a shrine of all the past gravediggers. And if he can get down there, he can harness the power of every single gravedigger, past and present, to give himself mystical armor. He's almost a little embarrassed to find out that it's been buried underneath him this entire time. He's been literally driving on top of it every single day. But, like we said before, without those mystical keys, he couldn't see it. It was an illusion. It wasn't there. Now, the legend does have to get one final unlock key, but he knows where it is, right here in front of him, and then it's off to the bottom of the castle. And there we go. The final piece of the puzzle. It is now up to Gravedigger the Legend to go unlock this museum, to go harness the power of legends before him, and become even stronger with the help of mystical armor. And it's right up here. Oh, and we can see that the stone is moving for the legend, allowing him access. No one has ever been back here before. We've never seen what's down here, but we know it's going to be amazing and honoring to the Gravedigger family. Let's see what it is. Oh my goodness. It's just like they said. It's all the great trucks of the past. It's all the gravediggers that came before him, before the legend, before Son Uva Digger. It's the Monster Jam heroes that made what these guys do today possible. It's an honor and a privilege to be here, and the legend knows that. Gravediggers of the past, we salute you. Thank you for everything you've done. And now it's time to get the final key. The final piece of the puzzle for mystical armor. Here we go! Oh, and there we go. The legend has it, and a perfect landing right on top of the castle. With this final piece, now the legend just needs to go down to his area inside the library, put them all together, and he should come out a brand new monster truck. He'll be Gravedigger Mystical Armor. I can't wait to see it, guys. How about you? Just a couple more twists, turns, and one jump, and then he'll be close to being able to put it all together. And there we go, some big air across the castle gate, and that means that his turn is pretty close. He'll be back on ground level, going down to the library, piecing together the puzzle, and coming out with mystical armor. Alright, we're down, and here we go, down to the library, guys. Oh, and just like that, here comes the legend with mystical armor. Look at the way he shines. All that glitters is not gold, but I think this truck is made of pure gold. Wow, that was worth it. It took the combined efforts of Gravedigger, of Son Uva Digger, and Gravedigger the legend to make this happen, to come out and have this type of power, to have mystical armor, and nobody deserves it more than the legend, who has upgraded to Gravedigger Mystical Armor. Let's put it to the test and see what this bad boy can do. We're gonna take it off the biggest jump here at Gravedigger's Castle and see how it turns out. Oh my goodness, 1, 2, 3, and 3.5 backflips into a tree, and you know what I don't see? I don't see a scratch on that truck. This makes atomic armor look like cardboard. He just jumped down 1,000 feet, and he didn't even get scratched. Everything that the legend read was true, and mystical armor was worth it. This was crazy. Well, guys, I hope you had fun going on this magical adventure with myself and all of the Gravedigger family. Which reminds me, I want to give a big shout out to the Scissor TV family and our friends Matthew, Brandon, Tim, and Adam. Guys, I appreciate you watching every week and reaching out. And if you want to be shouted out and mentioned at the end of another episode, comment below on this video and we'll be sure and get you in there. Until next week, guys, make sure you're good to one another, and remember, always treat others the way you'd like to be treated. So until then, we'll see ya! What's going on, Monster Jam fans, and welcome to another episode of Monster Jam Adventure. We're gonna join Soldier of Fortune right now as he is trekking along his base because he is once again busy at work researching new armor and gizmos and gadgets for the Monster Jam heroes. We saw that Gravedigger the legend was able to unlock mystical armor last episode, so Soldier trying to learn about that, because what's going on, guys? I think we're being interrupted again.
What's going on, everybody? Did you miss us? I know you did. The last episode where we took over was the highest rated show this thing's ever seen. So I know you'd much rather hang out with us than those lame Monster Jam heroes. So Today, the crazy creatures are hanging out trying to discuss what they can do to join the Mad El Toro Loco gang. So Sparkle Smash is meeting with Megalodon right now to discuss what they need to do. They know that they really need to impress them some way, and they need to do something big that'll take their notice. Lots of ideas floating around, and no, Dragon constantly thinks that we just need to make some sort of highlight reel and post it to YouTube, and that'll get the Mad El Toro Loco gang's attention. Listen, Dragon, tricks aren't gonna... Crushstation! Yes! It's not gonna work, but fine, we'll watch. Somebody record this. Oh! Alright, that was pretty cool, but Crushstation, we have to come up with something... Fine, Crushstation, we'll keep watching. Oh! Wow! We were recording that, right? I'm not saying that's what's gonna get us into the gang, but... someone did record that, right? Because we gotta show that to people. That was pretty cool. But anyway... Jurassic Attack! No! This isn't... We need a good idea. We just don't need... Alright, alright. A big hair double backflip is pretty cool. But it's not the big idea we need. We need something that's gonna get the attention of the Mad El Toro Loco gang if they're gonna take us seriously and let us join. Alright, so I think Megalodon seems to be the only one with good ideas around here, even though he's constantly just biting stuff and roaring. But I think we've got to try and get Oh, it's so hard to think with that barking. So I think what we need to do is we gotta do something about this. What are those mangy mutts up to? Oh my gosh, I wish when I bought this campground they had told me that we'd be sharing a lot with a dog park. These guys are always making all sorts of noise, and it's so hard to think sometimes. I don't know how many times we've asked them to be quiet and keep it down, but we're constantly have to put up with this. You know, when you're looking for a place to... Oh my gosh, I can't even get a thought out without these dogs barking. As I was saying, when you're looking for a place to live, they talk about location, location, location. I did not know that when we got Crushmore and us crazy creatures decided to live here. Alright, dogs, gee whiz, can't you keep it down? How are Sparkle Smash and Megalodon ever supposed to figure out how to impress the gang if they keep getting interrupted by all this dog barking? I mean, oh, you hear how much louder it's getting as we get closer to Bark Park? What are these guys doing? Oh my gosh, they're always running around and chasing each other's tails and digging bones. Oh, look at them go. Oh man, maybe they'll go dig some holes after this and bury some bones and chase their tails. Can't you guys just go for a walk somewhere else? I mean, how are the crazy creatures ever supposed to figure out how to impress the Mad El Toro Loco gang with these dogs always making so much racket they can't even think? If only they would just be quiet if they weren't here. Wait a second. That's it. The crazy creatures need to get rid of the Monster Mutts. If they can figure out a way to run them out of Bark Park, that'll be what impresses the Mad El Toro Loco gang. And Sparkle Smash says she has a plan. Alright, Sparkle Smash is gonna go tell her plan to the rest of the crazy creatures while Megalodon keeps an eye on those mangy mutts down there and makes sure they don't go anywhere. Sparkle Smash almost can't believe that she hasn't thought of this before. It makes so much sense now. They can show the Mad El Toro Loco gang that they're powerful allies against the Monster Jam heroes if they can, make the neighbors move. Also, they'll be able to get a good night's sleep. You have no idea how hard it is to sleep at Camp Crushmore when you've got 6 Monster Mutts howling at the moon every single night. Alright, so first stop Sparkle Smash is gonna make is over there to Dragon. Gonna bounce off of little things. I know Dragon probably still wants to make those YouTube videos, but hopefully he'll see this as better. What are you hiding back here? No! No! A YouTube video series is not gonna impress them. Oh, he came around, but it took a little bit of telling. So do you guys want to know what the plan is? It's a good one. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Alright, here it is. We're gonna wait for those dogs to leave Bark Bark, and we're gonna go in, and we're gonna change the locks to their house. They won't be able to get in their dog houses. We're gonna find the master key, and we're gonna go in and change all the locks, so once they come back, they can't get in their house, and they'll have to move somewhere else. It's a foolproof plan. What do you think, Crushstation? Alright, yeah, no, that was a very cool front flip. Oh, constant affirmation in the crazy creatures. Sparkle Smash has a hard time leading them sometimes, I'll tell you what. We're doing a lot of complaining about dogs, but sometimes the crazy creatures is like herding cats. You ever tried to make, like, 7 cats do what you want? It's not easy. It's really hard. Anyways, where was I? Alright, we gotta go let Jurassic Attack know what's going on. So Sparkle Smash is letting Jurassic Attack know the plan. And Jurassic Attack agrees. Thinks it's a great plan. Wow, that was an easy sell. Alright, so now all the crazy creatures are tracking what's going on and how we're gonna expand Camp Crushmore, take over Bark Park, tell the Mad El Toro Loco gang, and finally be one of the cool kids. Partner up with a great organization that does a lot of charity work. It's gonna be good. So Sparkle Smash just needs to get back up to the Overlook, which Megalodon should have been pulling guard and paying attention to them, and they just have to wait for their move. The good thing about the Monster Mutts is they're very predictable. They like to go to the park, they like to go on walks, they like to take naps, so it shouldn't... Hey! Oh, where is Megalodon? Whoa! I will never get used to that teleport technology. Alright, well, perfect timing. It looks like the Monster Mutts are leaving, and that means it's time to go. It is time for the plan. Now Sparkle Smash and Megalodon are going to jump down into Bark Park, and we're gonna make this thing happen. Let's go! Oh! Look at that! That's right, Monster Mutts, we're in your house now! Alright, that's a successful infiltration, so now Sparkle Smash and Megalodon need to find out where the master key is. If I was a Monster Mutt... Oh, okay, Megalodon, alright, that's what I'm asking the question. If I was a Monster Mutt, where would I hide the spare key? Is there like a rock? Like a hide-a-key? Maybe a map we could... Ah, good call, Megalodon. Maybe they put it under the beach ball. Let's... Oh, and they did! Those dogs are so predictable, and now they have the master key and can get into every single one of their homes. Thankfully, Sparkle Smash brought her key copier so she can make a copy and give it to Megalodon so they can get this done quick, because you never know when those dogs are going to be coming back. Alright, come on, Megalodon. All day. Yeah, we're not doing anything that's time sensitive. Oh, thanks for coming to... Oh, okay. Oh, man, that'll remind Sparkle Smash not to mess with a sensitive shark. Alright, well, Sparkle Smash is handing off the key to Megalodon, and they've decided that they only want to... They're not, you know, horrible people, so they're actually going to change the locks, but hide keys here at Bark Park. So it'll kind of taunt the Monster Mutts. They'll be able to see the keys to their new houses, but they won't be able to get in them. I love it. Alright, so there's 6 houses here in Bark Park. So the crazy creatures are gonna go to each one and change the locks. Alright, the first house that Sparkle Smash is going to is Husky's house. Alright, yep. And, yep, alright, I think we got it. And that is the first one. This is gonna be so funny. Oh man, those Monster Mutts aren't gonna even know what happened. They're gonna be like trying to open their door and can't get in. Alright, Megalodon's making his way to Monster Mutt Dalmatian's house. This is a goofy one. Have you seen it? It's like this giant fire hydrant. Could this be any more on the nose for a dog? You know, that's another thing that we don't talk about enough. These Monster Mutts, they just have no imagination. Have you seen where the crazy creatures live? It's a lake and a clubhouse. There's a flag hanging up. These guys, it's a house with a fire hydrant. Alright, house number 2, locks changed. Fire hydrant house, ugh. What architect designed that? Sparkle Smash is on her way to house number 3, and I think it's time to change the locks on Monster Mutt Poodle's house. Now, Sparkle Smash does have a bit of an affinity for pink, so she does respect that about Monster Mutt Poodle. But it's not going to change anything. We're still changing the locks. It is a nice house, though. Sparkle Smash. You know, thinking about maybe doing something like that to Camp Crushmore. That one's in good taste. 3 down, 3 to go. Alright, Megalodon is moving on to Monster Mutt Rottweiler's house. So far, things are going swimmingly. That's a shark joke. Alright, let's get this one locked. Alright, changed. Alright, come on. Yep. Alright. A little bit of banging here. Oh, and there we go. That is now a changed lock house. Good luck, Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Sparkle Smash is moving on to the next house. I'm pretty sure it's Monster Mutt Junkyard Dog. A lot of these dog houses look the same after a while. Yep, that's it. It's the one with all the junk in the background. It's an old 57 Studebaker back there. Alright. Old lock out. New lock in. Sparkle Smash is getting this down to a science. She got that knocked out super quick. And that's 5 of those Monster Mutt houses. Oh, wow, right over the mountain in the middle of Bark Park. Sparkle Smash making things like that look easy. Alright, and right now she's contacting Megalodon, letting him know that she's got all 3 of her houses done. Alright, and Megalodon let her know that he's got 1 more and they should start heading to the rendezvous point. Alright, and this is the original Monster Mutt's house. I guess we saved the best for last. We're gonna lock this leader's house and then he won't be able to get back into it. And there it is. All 6 dog houses, nice and locked. And the Monster Mutts have a bunch of keys that aren't gonna work. It's still so funny. I wish I could see the look on their faces when they come and they put the key in the door and they turn it and nothing happens. This has got to be one of the best practical jokes ever, and the Mad El Toro Loco gang will definitely see it that way and respect the crazy creatures and let them join. Alright, so Megalodon's at the rendezvous point, just waiting for Sparkle Smash to make her way there. I tell you what, this is one of the best ideas I think the crazy creatures ever had, and they did it to perfection. This is definitely going to get them in the good graces of the Mad El Toro Loco gang. Alright, so Sparkle Smash and Megalodon are going to meet up. They're going to double check, they're going to go over the list. Yep, Husky, Dalmatian, Junkyard, Monster Mutt, Poodle. Rottweiler, yep, that's all of them. Alright, so now that they're sure that they've changed the locks on all the houses, it's time to go back to Camp Crushmore and let the rest of the crazy creatures know that it's mission complete. Well, somebody should probably let the Mad El Toro Loco gang know too. Alright, that seems like a good plan. Sparkle Smash will go back with Megalodon to Camp Crushmore, but then we'll drive to the wasteland and present the Mad El Toro Loco gang with evidence of what they've done, and this will definitely impress them. I tell you what, they always say that it's good to be a good guy. Sometimes it's good to be a not-so-good guy. Again, we're not bad, we're just slightly misunderstood. We're just not goody two-shoes like those Monster Jam heroes. Alright, back at Camp Crushmore, Megalodon is gonna let everybody know what's going on, and Sparkle Smash is gonna gather the rest of the documents to prove to the Mad El Toro Loco gang that they have accomplished what they said they are. And it's gonna be great. Alright, Sparkle Smash is getting close and on her way to talk to the leader of the Mad El Toro Loco gang and let them know what she and the rest of the crazy creatures have accomplished. And this should let them join the gang full time. Actually become card-carrying members. You know, a lot of good stuff goes along with being in the Mad El Toro Loco gang. They've got great dental, great health, vision, you know, a 401k. It's not just about, patrolling the wasteland. There's a lot of stuff. There's cool parties. There's a Christmas party they have every year. It's great. It's lots of fun. You know, paid vacation, maternity leave. It's actually a very good place to work. You know, a lot of people don't think about that, but it is. So Sparkle Smash was told to head into the city and park in front of the garage and wait for the leader of the Mad El Toro Loco gang, and then they'd have a meeting about joining. Alright, here's the city, here's the garage, and now all Sparkle Smash has to do is wait and present her evidence, and I'm sure it's gonna go her way.
Oh, guys. Did it happen again? Was the transmission interrupted? Was it the Mad El Toro Loco gang again? Wait, what? It was the crazy creatures? How did they break in? Well, Soldier of Fortune definitely knows what he needs to get on, and that is encrypting and strengthening the communication. I tell you one thing, I'm glad that I'm able to stay in communication with each and every one of you, especially Edward, Cameron, Josiah, Doug, and Mark. Thanks for reaching out to the channel and being part of the Scissor TV team. I cannot thank you guys enough. So until next week, as always, be good to one another and always treat others the way you would want to be treated. So until then, we'll see ya! What's going on, Monster Jam fans? Today, we're going to be hanging out in Soldier of Fortune's lab as he researches some brand new technology. You guys hear that? It's a phone. Oh, it's the Monster Mutt. Wait a second. I think it's Monster Mutt. He's trying to tell Soldier of Fortune something, but it seems like the signal's being scrambled. I don't think his message is making it through. Can you guys make out what he's saying? It looks like he's cut off. Alright, Soldier of Fortune is saying that he didn't really understand at all what they were saying. So he's gonna send Zombie out to the helipad and he's gonna airlift into Bark Park and try to figure out what's going on and see if they need any sort of assistance. Soldier of Fortune is telling Zombie that he doesn't really have a whole lot to go on. So when he gets to Bark Park, the best thing he can do is try to meet up with Monster Mutt and see what's going on. Alright, and Zombie has just airdropped into Bark Park. Time to get to work, find Monster Mutt, and figure out what's going on. You guys, I think I hear the rough crowd in the background. You hear that barking? That's gotta be Monster Mutt and the rest of the Monster Mutts that live here. Let's go to one of their houses and see what's going on and ask them what's up. I guess they're not home. That's alright, there's a lot of them that live here. So Zombie will just drive to one of the other houses and ask them. I think I keep hearing some barking in the background. Yeah, Zombie says he's hearing it too. I guess if we just kind of head towards that, we should be able to meet up with Monster Mutt and find out what's going on. It's getting louder, so we must be going in the right direction. Zombie's pretty sure there's another house. There we go, right around the corner. Okay, we'll check here. Nobody home at this one either. I know I'm hearing them though. They've got to be here somewhere. There's still a few more houses we can check. Nothing there either. Okay, something isn't right, guys. Zombie's starting to get a little bit worried. It's odd to not be able to get a hold of anyone from the rough crowd here in Bark Park. Okay, that is 4 houses in a row and no one's answering. Okay, we can still go check Dalmatian's and then Poodle's house and hopefully one of them is home and can tell us what's going on. I don't like the way this looks, guys. Dalmatian isn't home either. One more house left to check, and that's Monster Mutt Poodles. It's not like anyone from the rough crowd did not be here. I mean, you guys heard that, right? I definitely heard some barking. They have to be here. Obviously, they have to be here. No one's here, but I hear the barking. What is going on? Oh! Okay, alright. Looks like Monster Mutt just teleported in. Hopefully he can tell us what's going on. Alright. And he just teleported away. Monster Mutt did not want to hang around, guys. He just told Zombie that the crazy creatures invaded them recently while they were out, and they were able to get a master key and get into each one of their homes, change the locks, and steal something called bone technology. Monster Mutt says that in order to taunt them, the crazy creatures actually spread the keys all around Bark Park, but none of the Monster Mutts have been able to get them, and ask Zombie if he can. Alright, well, Zombie's already got eyes on one key. Alright, there he goes. So Zombie says that he is going to try to get each key back for each one of the 6 dog houses. So he just got the key to Husky's house, and he's going to take it over to Monster Mutt Husky. And at the same time, Soldier of Fortune is saying that he can upgrade the home defenses. So right now, all of the Monster Mutts are going to get back in their homes. They're going to get an encrypted update to help make their home security stronger, and then they should get a new key which they can collect and change the locks. Okay. Alright, and Husky has come back. There's the encryption upgrade. He's handed off the key. Alright, and Zombie is off to look for the other ones. Alright, so here's the second part of what Soldier of Fortune is saying you need to do. In order to change the locks and get a digital key, each one of the Monster Mutts is going to have to complete a sort of in-home defense system. And once they complete that, they're going to get a digital key that is unbreakable, unhackable, no locksmith can get in, and the Monster Mutts won't have to worry about something like this ever happening again. Alright, Husky got the bone from the bone launcher. Now he's got to go back. You see that green beam? That's where he's going to get that digitally encrypted key that is unbreakable. Husky showing off some speed and the ability to make some big jumps here in Bark Park. Even under all this, it's nice to see that the Monster Mutts can still have a good time. All right, and Husky has the new digital key, and he looks pretty excited about it, and he's celebrating with some donuts. All right, so Zombie is off to find the second key to continue to help every member of the rough crowd. Now, Soldier of Fortune's hope is that this is what finally will get the rough crowd to align themselves with the Monster Jam heroes. You see, the rough crowd's always kind of been on the sideline, never doing anything against the Monster Jam heroes, but not really joining them either. So hopefully after Zombie can help them get back into their homes, hopefully that'll be the push they need to join. Alright, and Zombie has eyes on the other key. Looks like he's just got to get some speed and hit this ramp. Big air and another key down. Oh! Hits that ramp, but sticks the landing back on all four of those big old BKT tires, and Zombie is off to deliver it. I tell you, this is just the type of thing the crazy creatures love to do. They love to cause a little bit of mayhem and taunt them, letting them know that the keys were around but just out of reach. Alright, well, Zombie's going to be dropping this one off at Monster Mutt Junkyard Dog. And security system upgraded. And key handed off. Alright, and Junkyard Dog is now going to initiate his home's new defense security system. Alright. Nothing's happening. Oh, sounds like he's getting a little angry. Come on, Junkyard Dog. Oh, there we go. Oh, man, he is tearing that sand up. Look at that. Oh, and there's the new key. Oh, and a backflip off the fence. You love to see it. Oh, man, he is having a good time with this home's new security system. And there goes one happy dog. That was some enormous air. Alright, so Zombie is off to find his next key. So far, he's been doing pretty good at finding them and being able to deliver them to the correct owners. Alright, it looks like he's getting a little bit of height. Oh, and there it is. Next key spotted. Zombie is on his way. I tell you, if there's one thing Zombie has no problem doing, that's using those big old BKT tires to do a little bit of mountain climbing. Oh, I can definitely see how the rough crowd would have a hard time getting to this one, that's for sure. And there we go, another key, and now it's time to deliver it. I tell you, there is some rough terrain here at Bark Park, that is for sure. Zombie is having to pull out all the tricks and all the stops and give it everything he has in order to collect all of these and deliver them to their rightful owners. Alright, and here we go, Monster Mutt. System upgraded, and I'm sorry, would you like your key? There you go, good boy. Now you got your key. And Zombie is off looking for that next key as Monster Mutt is about to initiate his upgraded home defense system, courtesy of Soldier of Fortune. Whoa! That was amazing! He's basically got his own little, it's like a tree fort up here. This is cool! Alright, locks changed, encrypted key added, and Monster Mutt's going for some big old air! Oh, and a backflip! Can he stick the landing? Of course he can! The leader of the Monster Mutts is not too shabby, and he looks pretty excited, so he's gonna celebrate with some donuts. Look at that air! You can definitely tell he is used to navigating this terrain. And Zombie is off to find another key. So far, he's making great time and doing a good job, able to see them, able to get them, and he has already located the next one. All right, let's get some air. Oh, and there we go. Like there was ever any doubt that Zombie would have a hard time getting it. And I think this one goes to Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Oh, a little too fast, bud. All right, way to land it. Stick the landing, get back on those big old monster truck tires, and he is back on his mission to bring this key to Monster Mutt Rottweiler. They say the shortest distance between any 2 points is a straight line, and Zombie agrees. He doesn't care if there's a mountain in the way. He's just gonna go right over it. Should be right through this pass and around the corner to Monster Mutt Rottweiler's house. Oh, and there it is! System upgraded, and key given. All right, that is 4 upgraded Monster Mutt houses. Now it's time for Rottweiler to initiate the new security defenses. I tell you what, it's fun seeing what Soldier of Fortune has come up with for each individual Monster Mutt, isn't it? Oh, and those are some treats right there. Go get them, boy. Oh, you can tell he's hungry. You can hear it in his bark. Let's see, he probably just needs to collect a couple more of these bones. Where is that encryption key? There it is! Oh man, Soldier of Fortune made him work for that one, didn't he? And just like the rest of them, he's gonna celebrate with some donuts! Great job, Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Alright, I think that's gonna leave Zombie with only 2 keys left. He's gonna need a key for Monster Mutt Dalmatian and one for Monster Mutt Poodle. Now it's getting a little more difficult to spot these keys. So Zombie's gonna try and move around the map and try to get a better look. Alright, since Zombie found out and relayed the information back to Soldier of Fortune of why the rough crowd sent out the distress call to begin with, he's been doing some digging and trying to get some intel on why the crazy creatures would attack the Monster Mutts. They've been living side by side peacefully for quite some time. Oh, and Zombie, I don't think that's what you were trying to do, bud, but it did get you eyes on that key. There it is. All right. Like I was saying before Zombie decided to roll down a hill, can he get it? Oh, he does. Soldier of Fortune is trying to find out why the crazy creatures would attack them. And the only thing he can come up with is that possibly they're trying to impress or were put up to it by the Mad El Toro Loco gang. Alright, well, while he figures that out, we're gonna upgrade Dalmatian system. There we go, and pass over that new key. Alright, now Dalmatian will just have to initialize those brand new defense systems just like the rest of the rough crowd. And Zombie will start making his way towards that last key. Dalmatian is all lined up, ready to initiate. Whoa! Hydro defensive technology. Did you see that, guys? Nothing's getting in when there's that much water pushing you back. That might have been one of the coolest defense mechanisms I've ever seen Soldier of Fortune design. Alright, it is final key time, and Zombie, just like the last one, is having a bit of trouble finding it. Bark Park is a big place, and right now he doesn't have any eyes on it, so he's going to drive around and look for it. If you guys see the key, let me know. Call it out. Tell me. So I guess the best thing Zombie can do right now is try to explore parts of the park he hasn't been to yet. And have a little fun while he's doing it, that with some big air. Alright, Zombie has an idea. He's going to reach out to Son Uva Digger and see if there's something he can do. So let's try and tune in Son Uva Digger on the radio. Okay, and Zombie is in contact with Son Uva Digger right now. Okay, Son Uva Digger says that if Zombie can get high enough, then Son Uva Digger can remote in and reconfigure some of the equipment on Zombie's truck, and he'll be able to use the locator. Alright, and yep, he's high enough. And Son Uva Digger has just reconfigured it. The locator now should take Zombie to the key. Alright, let's listen. Remember, the faster it beeps, the closer Zombie is. Oh, I think we're getting closer. Oh, we're hot, guys. It's got to be right here. Oh, and there it was. It was hidden behind the beach ball. Oh, Zombie's doing a little celebrating with some cartwheels. All right, and now we just need to get... We're coming, Poodle. Gee whiz. I guess every dog has his day, and Monster Mutt Poodle wants his day to be right now. All right, system upgraded and key handed over. All right, that is all 6 keys, and now Monster Mutt Poodle just needs to initiate the defense system just like the rest of the rough crowd. I wonder what Soldier of Fortune has in store for this one. I'm excited, guys. I don't know about you. Oh, it looks like he's lining up for a big old ramp for some big old air. Oh, and he got the final encrypted key. That means every single home in Bark Park, every single member of the rough crowd is protected by Soldier of Fortune. You love to see it, guys. Now it's just time for Zombie to get back and talk to Monster Mutt, and hopefully this was enough to convince him to join the Monster Jam Heroes. Oh, and here comes Monster Mutt right now. He just teleported in. All right. Monster Mutt seems pretty happy with it all. He's very thankful. And he says that he will join. We have a team up, boys and girls. We have the Monster Jam Heroes and the Rough Crowd officially together for the first time. Look out, Mad El Toro Loco gang. Look out, crazy creatures, because we have a superhero team up on our hands. We've got Zombie and Monster Mutt driving off to go finalize everything with Soldier of Fortune to learn a little bit about bone technology, because we can't forget that the crazy creatures took that. Hopefully Soldier of Fortune can help get it back, and help develop it. This was crazy, guys. I had so much fun working with the Rough Crowd, and I have fun working with you guys each and every week. Thankful to have Lincoln, Samuel, Candace, Rex, and Colt on the team. We couldn't do this without your guys' support. So remember, just like in this episode, teamwork is always great. They even say it makes the dream work. So until next week, guys, be good to one another, and as always, remember, treat others the way you would like to be treated. So until then, we'll see ya!